Just with the nature of what I do, I work with a lot of folks in the senior population, elderly individuals and family members. Because as a probate specialist, I'm helping folks navigate the probate and the estate planning process, as well as generating income and wealth through real estate. And quite often, one of the ways that I'm able to purchase real estate at a discount is by solving challenges and solving issues. And um, there are often folks in the senior population who have come to a space and a time where they're looking to downsize or they're looking to really think seriously about uh, their estate or just the reality of it. There are a lot of people um, who are older who may be transitioning and passing, so they're dealing with that with their parents or with people around their space. And so, again, I find a lot of folks um, who I am working with are in the senior space, and some of the most respected real estate professionals and coaches out there are having conversations about this, and it sparked me. I actually listened to another podcast this morning, and it sparked me to think about my own experience working with the senior and elderly population, and how I can maybe share some of the things for you as a practitioner, or perhaps you are in that population and you want to maybe think about ways from a buyer's perspective that you can protect yourself, because this transaction should be something that works for everyone involved, and it has to bring increase to each person's life. So it's important that we all are aware and are working with some good morals. So let's take a look today. I am Courtney Rollins with the State Pro Service, the Life and Transitions Experts podcast host, as well as the moderator for the YouTube channel and Facebook group. Love for you to join any of those spaces. Share it as well with folks because it helps us get the content out. The like, the subscribe, all of that is very helpful. So here are 7 tips for buying a house for cash from an elderly seller. Tip number one, you must, and really to be honest, many of these should be just standard operating procedure for any person you work with. So establishing trust and open communication is very important. There are some folks out here who, regardless of what age group you're in, who are definitely whizzes when it comes to technology and are quick of mind and all. And at the same time, there are sometimes uh, having a conversation with someone who's maybe not as up to the technology and things of nature is very important, that you are making sure you're clear, stating what you're sharing, that you are not trying to talk over them, talk fast, speaking jargon, and that you're still staying on the very up and up when it comes to the conversation. Several folks that I've worked with are in the senior space. I've actually become friends with. Just sat down and had lunch with one of my favorite guys. Actually, one gentleman that came to my wedding that I bought several properties from, helped him with a probate. And so you can find a lot of very cool, just wise and maybe lifelong friends in this space. So it's important to be trustworthy, as well as folks who will give referrals. I've actually received several referrals from folks who I, who I've worked with in the past, and some I haven't bought their property, but they appreciate the way we work together, and so they referred me out to other folks who may be going through similar situations. So that's important. This is really important right here. Elder senior advocacy laws, uh, even without that, insist on the seller, if they're over 60, 65 years old, that they have a family member, that they have some type of legal representation that's not from you, that is from someone who can specifically sit down and work with them, so that everything is on the up and up. Insist that someone is at least there on their behalf. And again, it's not just about being kind and being nice. If you they need support getting to the title company, or if you need to drive out to get a document signed, or you're seeing your notary out to explain to them, that could be a real big challenge. And it could actually be a red flag and putting yourself in danger and trouble. So make sure you have a third party or someone who's specific on their side, that you don't necessarily have connection with, that can support them. And hey, if it finds out that the property is, or that the transaction can't take place, you're better leaning towards that clear conscience, as well as supporting that senior or that seller. So make sure they have an advocate speaking on their behalf. Number three, you also want to conduct a thorough property inspection. I really encourage you to get a property inspection on any property you're thinking about purchasing, even if you're buying it as is, so you know what you're getting into. Um, and quite often, these properties, not always, but quite often, these properties have been lived in for a while. And so it's very important for you to understand what's going on. So make sure you spend the money, even if you're going to wholesale or assign it to another buyer, this gives them understanding what's happening. It sets them up for success, sets you up for success, and sets the seller up for a smooth transaction, which is success as well. Number four, make sure you offer a fair price. I mean, you should be doing that anyways, and share your options. Every seller I talk to, they know that I want to be able to work with them, and I also have to be able to make money on the transaction. I don't hide that at all. I'm in a business. I'm bringing value, and I know what I'm doing is offering value. If we don't fit, no problem. But I'm in business, and I need to be able to share value. And in exchange for that, I get compensated for that. So you need to offer a fair price that's going to allow you to still keep the doors open, but also you're not trying to take advantage of folks. And another thing you can do is share other options. Hey, this is what it looked like, from my opinion. If you went, if you listed it, you can list it with someone on my team or someone outside. But here's some other options for you, and make sure they're very aware of that option and that their advocate is aware of that option so they can go over that with them. Again, it clears up many things. Smooth is fast, and clarity breeds trust, and those all breed smooth, quick transactions, which allows you to still make a good sum of money because you're providing value, and that's how the universe works. Number five, make sure you consider property owners' future needs. This is a great opportunity for you to connect with other estate professionals in that space, whether it's senior placement agents, whether it's some folks who help with downsizing, like the folks in caring transitions, whether it's an estate planning attorney who's helping them set up. I mean, today I just gave another referral. Shout out to Nicole Thatcher. She's an attorney here in Durham, North Carolina. Who I send a lot of my folks to her. So it really depends on what the seller's asking for. There's several attorneys I have a relationship with. Nicole's on my mind now because I had someone come to the office today and they're asking for estate planning needs. And I stay in my lane. There are a lot of things that I can do and folks I can connect people with, but that doesn't mean I try to do their job. My job is to be as honest, open as possible. Listen, 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 listen. Ask tons of questions, and then try to analyze it and figure out, from my humble opinion, what could be some good next steps for them. So think about the property owner's future needs, and yeah, have a heart when it comes to that. You may also provide some assistance with relocation, whether that's embedded in the price that you are able to give for the property or it's connecting them to other vendors. But if they're relocating, you also may be able to say, hey, how about, do you need to sell this property, get the cash for it, and then hold on, live in the property for a temp while before you move on to another space? That's also a great strategy that many other buyers may not either be comfortable with or know how to do, but you can offer to someone who's a senior or anyone again, and this gives them opportunity to have that sum of money, put it to maybe the next space or whatever the next venture is, and also help them with that relocation. So it's a great strategy and tip. And finally, make sure that they are mindful and that you're mindful of any scams or predatory practices. You do not want to get involved with any of that. You want to be on the up and up. Your reputation is gold, particularly in this day and age when everyone's going to Google reviews and going to other reviews and checking it out, and just the way the universe works. So make sure that you're not scamming in any way. Make sure you're not unwittingly, unconsciously, or consciously, of course, practicing any predatory practices at all. And that's again goes back to the tip number two, getting in, making sure they have their own independent advocate that's independent of you. They're all very important things. Great space, great place to work with, um, people to work with, and yeah. So make sure you do it. Do it the right way. If you want to chat or talk or have a free consultation to see how we can be a part of each other's journey, whether you're a practitioner, whether you're someone interested in selling your home, or getting support on probate and estate planning, feel free to reach out. Courtney Rollins, estateproservice.com. 919-341-1992. I'm a probate specialist. I'm not an attorney or financial advisor, so I would not give you any legal or financial advice, but I can share my opinion and share my experience that you can take with a grain of salt and hopefully support your journey. You can sign up at calendly.com/estate pro service to get on a one on one, and we can check each other out and hopefully, again, be a part of each other's journey. Awesome. Thanks. Someone said it's great information. I appreciate that. I hope that you can use it. And this is the Life in Transitions Experts Podcast. LITE. Let your light shine.